Hey Cancer, welcome to your weekly reading, focusing on the energies of that Saturn-Pluto conjunction, which hit us on January 12th. I say hit because it felt Mack truck to many of us. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope you'll consider subscribing, liking, and sharing this video. And for those who are returning, we're doing it. I really am enjoying this process, and I couldn't do it without your engagement and your feedback and your comments and your emails and your likes and your shares. So thank you so much. Okay, so essentially this is a regeneration period. We are purging and eliminating whatever is out of alignment, whatever needs to fall off, whatever... I know that saying, whatever, you know, what no longer serves us, but it's more than that. It's more than just what no longer serves us. So I'm going to run through it, and this is a list I pulled off of somebody else's astrology reading, but I added in some tarot cards. So this is about purging old beliefs that are limiting, right? That's the Hierophant. Patterns. That can be the Knight of Wands. It can also be the Devil energy. Intrusive and obsessive thinking. 8 and 9 of Swords. Blaming, shaming, judgments, grudges. That would be the Judgment card. It's all about forgiveness right now. Mostly of self, but also of others. Bad habits. Devil, obviously. Limiting fears is the Moon. Resentments can be the 5 of Wands or the 5 of Swords. One-sided and half-hearted dynamics. 4 of Cups. Yeah, that can also be the 3 of Swords. Heavy baggage, 9 and 10 of Wands. Negative feelings from the past, definitely the 5 of Cups. Worries about the future, things we cannot change. That would be the Wheel of Fortune. The need to control things feels Emperor in low vibration, right? Unrealistic expectations is the Moon. And basically anyone or anything that has already let go of us. So if someone has let go of you, maybe repeatedly, it is time to cut the cord and be done with it. And what you're going to discover here is what we're not willing, difficult decisions we're not willing to make are going to be made for us. I am seeing a lot of Tower moments in these readings. And I'm just sharing that with you so you know that the last time Saturn and Pluto were together was 38 years ago. So these are very slow moving planets. And although I'm seeing a lot of Tower moments, it's going to unfold and reverberate over a long period of time. So I would want to get out in front of it. I would want to purge these bad patterns of my own bad habits, my own limiting beliefs, my own judgments of others, etc. Lest they come back to bite me, you know where. Okay, Cancer, let's see. I am doing the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine spread here. Oh my goodness, these exact same cards. Just so you know, before I started rolling, I split this deck. I flipped the cards. I shuffle, because I do read reversals in this deck. And these two same cards came out for another reading. Indecision for the Divine Masculine, attachment for the Divine Feminine. Although I believe both of these cards were Divine Masculine in prior readings. Anyway, just saying, I'm feeling like indecision and attachment issues, right? What we're attached to and what we can't let go of and what we can't decide are big themes right now. So I will read that to you. Also, on January 12th, I posted a video during the conjunction. It is called Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine Breakdown or Breakthrough. If you go to my channel page, right? So you got to go view channel. You'll see in this whole series, the very first video of this series. It has the same thumbnail, same picture of Saturn and Pluto together. So go watch that because it's the underlying energy of this whole reading, and it's the Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine in a general sense. So it will help you understand your reading a lot more if you watch that first. All right, so we have indecision. Whew, for Divine Masculine. Are you ready, Cancer? Here we go. Oh my gosh, is it me or am I looking hilariously yellow here? This is This is the only gadget I have that I'm really happy about. Ooh, cool it down. Wow. Okay. This card marks the presence of 2 or more possible choices in your life. It shows you anxiously looking at 2 roads. So this is not just the 2 of Swords. It can be the 2 of Wands. Wondering which would be the better choice. And you know how I say 2 of Wands isn't about right or wrong. It's about what's best for you. Yet you are standing still, feeling confused by the up and down emotions of your present indecision. You could spend days, months, or even years in this back and forth energy, all the while feeling your focus and your life force energy draining away. This indecision creates a paralysis of will, one that can keep you stuck while you're waiting to be certain about the results of your choice. Oh my goodness. It's time to let go of the analysis and self-doubt that have been keeping you stuck. Meditate on your options and see where your spirit guides you. Consider which direction resonates with you most, both in the process and in the goal. Follow your heart and make the honoring choice. See, here's the thing. It says you could spend days, months, or even years in this back and forth energy. That's why I would get out ahead of it. And definitely go within and do whatever you do. Divine Masculine, I'm talking to you. So Cancer, if you're the Divine Masculine, that's your card. If you're the Divine Feminine, that's the card for your counterpart. Whew, it is card number 8. That is about doing the work. This is card number 5, so it's about change. Here's what we get for Divine Feminine. In the upright position, this card reveals that your passage forward is being stopped by strong attachments to old patterns or people from the past. Wow. The chain at your wrist is bolted from bolted to fear, from the past or desperation about the future. Although you may wear the mask of pretense or even contentment, you simply can't seem to go forward. The stuff that's keeping you stuck could be physical addictions, emotional patterns, or even old relationships. Are you living in fear, addicted to old, unhealthy habits, or so desperate about the future that you can't be happy now? If so, the change that binds you could be of your own making. That is 8 of Swords energy right there. This card is telling you that it's time to take the action you need to break out of your chains and move forward to an open, free, healthy, and authentically happy life. It may take some courage and effort to let go, but know that you are capable of doing it. Until you do, the difficult energy will just repeat itself, keeping you stuck. This is very mirrored energy. I am feeling a lot of devil energy here, right? Chained to the past, or chained to an old relationship, or whatever you're chained to, and this indecision. Both are not moving forward. Both people are very stuck here. Very tied to patterns of the past, people of the past. Whoopsie. So, Cancer, let's get into it and see what this is all about. Can hardly wait. Oh, I'm almost going to be happy. I only have one more video after you. I have to do Leo, and then I'm like, good riddance on the Saturn-Pluto stuff. This has not been one of my more popular series, but it's what... You know, it's what's on the menu. We can't ignore the cosmic interplay, how it, you know, we're all made of stardust, right? Can't ignore the role it plays in our lives. There we go. Judgment. That's forgiveness. King of Swords. Wow. Cancer, Divine Feminine showing up here with some King of Swords energy, or acknowledging King of Swords energy. So, I do not know. Something just went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs on my computer, but it's still recording, so that's okay. I'm going to use this same deck in the extended, and I will pull 3 cards for the connection. I will also pull a card, a message to you from Spirit, Cancer, a message to Divine Feminine from Divine Masculine, a message from Divine From divine feminine to divine masculine, from divine masculine to divine feminine, and then an outcome card. If there's any hint toward timing, if there's a need to see when things might shift, it would come out in the outcome card. At least that's my intention. Okay, so, yeah, we got some crazy stuff going on here. Ready? Okay, there, that feels better. So, I just had everything go haywire on my computer. Time for a new one. Divine masculine showing up with this judgment energy, and right over it is Queen of Cups. This is energy of Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It's about emotional availability, high vibration love. In the past, I see this Seven of Cups, a lot of emotional overwhelm, a lot of things a lot of options or a lot to process. And then in the future, for divine masculine, there is this Ten of Wands, laying down a burden. Judgment can be forgiveness. It can be second chances. This can also represent past life soulmate, okay? Being called to the connection. So we'll see what, there are a lot of different meanings for that card. Divine feminine, we're showing up with some King of Swords energy here. It's about honor, integrity, living by a code. And right under that, we have the Two of Wands. So, divine feminine is very concerned about how they, concerned about how they proceed with their life, what path they choose, that it be one of honor and integrity and something that's above board and honest. In the past, we have Four of Pentacles for divine feminine. That's a pulling back, holding back. And now in the future, we have Six of Swords, moving to calmer waters. I do see judgment here is Scorpio energy. And I did say I see Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio here. We've got everything all across the board for divine feminine, and we've got water and fire as well here for divine masculine. So I'm not seeing any astrological patterns. Let's look at the judgment for Cancer here. What's this about? Star, Fool, Aquarius, Aquarius. Wow. And the Three of Swords. Oh my goodness. So, for this divine masculine, and by the way, as you notice, I'm not telling you who's who. That's for you to determine what role you're playing presently in the connection, and that can shift over time. It can shift very quickly. If you're divine masculine, you know that because you're the one taking all the action. You're the one moving forward. You're the one seeking the engagement. If you're divine feminine, you're more receptive, more allowing, more intuitive, more going with the flow and allowing things to happen more organically. More yin energy versus yang energy. So whatever role you're in, and that can change, as I said, you can be a woman and still be divine masculine energy in a connection. So please keep that in mind. You may know by the end of this reading which one you are. Judgment here, I feel that this is about forgiveness. I feel there's some, I feel it's forgiveness and answering the call. There is the Star energy next, Aquarian energy, and the Fool. So there's hope, faith, trust. There is healing here. I say healing because I see the Ten of Wands in the future for divine masculine and the Six of Swords for the future for divine feminine. So laying down a burden and moving to smoother waters in the future indicates that there may be a reason to heal. There may be a need for forgiveness and answering the call of the connection. This can be a past life soulmate for sure, possibly twin flame. And then this leap of faith, a brand new day after heartache. All right? And if you just look at the energy, this Fool is walking away, is taking a leap off a cliff away from this Three of Swords. Three of Swords could indicate that there was a third-party situation. I'm not saying there is or there was. I'm just saying it's a possibility here. Regardless, there's been something very burdensome that occurred here. in the past for this divine masculine, Seven of Cups, and it could just be that there were a lot of options and maybe divine masculine couldn't decide, right? Indecision. Oh, yeah. Whew. It feels very emotional, emotional overwhelm is what I feel, with lots of passionate communication back and forth. Now, this can be heated conversation as well. Doesn't have to be Cupid's arrows. This is fast-moving energy. It is also a card of travel. Divine masculine may have had to travel to their twin flame. Here it comes. Four of Wands, 11-11. We know we've got Judgment card now and Four of Wands. So there could have been a need to go to divine feminine. But it just feels to me like the overwhelm, the emotion and the passion has been running high in the past with regard to this connection. Well, that took me long enough. And then we have this present energy of the Queen of Cups. Emotional availability, high vibration love. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy is forward here. Even if divine masculine is a male, can still be the Queen of Cups. Could be involved with another Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Can just be stepping forward with the present energy of emotional availability, high vibration love. Yeah, making things very fair and balanced here. Working together. So I get the impression that this is more about an energy and less about it's an energy of being emotionally available, staying in high vibration love, being caring and compassionate, working on this balance. This is very charitable energy. This is about making things fair and equitable, working together. I love this because to me, and this is in the 3D, you've got pentacles here. This is like divine masculine, divine feminine, and then spirit all working together to create a masterpiece. I just love this. To create a relationship that can stand on its own and be its own beautiful work of art. I'm feeling poetic today, guys, in case you haven't figured that out. Poetry in motion. Okay, 10 of Wands here. In the future, laying down a burden. Yes. Oh. Yikes. All right, so divine masculine understands that there's the end of a burdensome cycle. So it's over, it's done. But still feeling a little trapped. I think there's some overthinking here about how to overcome this obstacle, this challenge, right? So it is done, but here divine masculine is what is holding on a little too long, is still not decided about, it hasn't been able to kind of release themselves, still all up in their head, which this can be a card of indecision, not knowing one's next best step. And then we have the energy of Leo here, persevering. Just push through. If you're divine masculine, I'm here to tell you, in the future, this burdensome cycle, whatever it involved, is over. Lesson learned. Close the chapter. You don't need to just step right there into your feelings. That's it. That's all you have to do. Divine masculine, don't be scared. Step into your feelings here. Because you can get beyond this. You have the strength and you can and the courage to get beyond it. This can also mean the two of you help each other out, right? She helps the beast, she tames the beast and the beast protects her. So there is an energy here of maybe, helping, there's working together and helping each other out, getting a leg up here. For divine feminine, King of Swords, wow. That is a card of Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Very cool, detached energy. All right, I'm lost. This card, as I said, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but it also is a card of someone who lives by a code. I say this all the time. This card can represent people who work in law enforcement, judicial systems, politics, right? Lawyers, military, law enforcement, you get it. They all swear an oath. They operate by a code of behavior, of discipline, etc., of integrity, of character. So we have that. Right on top of that comes Ace of Pentacles. This is a major offer coming in, something very tangible, very stable, big, huge offer that I feel Divine Feminine is receiving from a King of Pentacles. So we have here now Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I almost feel like this Divine Feminine is saying, yeah, here's how it's going to be. Here's my code. Can you live up to that? Here's what I want. I want this stability. It feels new. It feels it feels as if Divine Feminine has turned a page and has decided to cut out things. Good for Divine Feminine in this Saturn-Pluto energy, to cut out what isn't in alignment with how they want to live their life. What they want is a brand new burst of stability, something very substantial, of groundedness, it's like it's symbolic. This feels symbolic to me. With regard to a King of Pentacles, could be Divine Masculine, doesn't have to be, but whoever it is very much on their game, in their financial power, at the very least, stable, grounded, secure, generous, giving. We know that that's an issue because we had the Six of Pentacles here, and working together, and it makes me feel like this Divine Masculine is saying, yeah, I'm emotionally open and available to all that you seek. And what Divine Feminine seeks is some freaking stability. And I feel that Divine Feminine is saying, and I'm not taking one more step until I get the sign that this is what's on the path. So now we know Divine Feminine's code includes massive stability and an unwillingness to move off that block. This is looking at situations from a new perspective. It can be that, but I feel like the new perspective is, yeah, I want stability here. I want someone who can make their way in the world and who's generous and giving to me and not withholding. Four of Pentacles, please. Now we have the King and Queen of Pentacles. So, right, I feel that even though you're a Cancerian energy here, I feel there's a lot of Pentacles because the problem in this connection is about stability, is about groundedness, is about abundance. And I mean, what we're seeing here, Four of Pentacles in the past, Queen of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. So there was this period here where someone pulled back so far, and I feel it's coming from someone who perceives themselves to be the Queen of Pentacles. And then there's like lack mindset. This is a mindset card, scarcity mindset. Am I going to lose it all? So I feel Divine Feminine really pulled back, could be in a literal way with regard to, the money that is being spent in this connection. Who's paying for what? Right? Maybe pulling back saying, you know what? Things are not balanced and fair. Things have not been balanced or fair. That was what I feel was the past problem here for Divine Feminine. And I feel like Divine Feminine is was basically showing up as Queen of Pentacles saying, yeah, no, things aren't balanced and fair. I'm going to take care of myself over here because I'm not feeling the stability. And this is about them choosing their path right now, which is very, very pertinent to the time of this Saturn-Pluto conjunction. Two of Wands for Divine Feminine. Yeah. Wanting to lay down the burden with regard, choosing which way they're going to, making a choice with regard to the past life soulmate, Six of Cups, and laying down the burden. There's a Ten of Wands twice now. So I do feel there's some issues here with regard to indecision and attachment. The attachment could be to an old pattern that Divine Feminine wishes to release in this past life soulmate connection. It has to do with stability. I feel it has to do with literal money for many of you. It has to do with finances and how that all shakes out in your relationship. And in the future here, we see the Six of Swords. We see the Ten of Wands for Divine Masculine, but there's still some holdup here. They may not know their next best step. Once the burden is laid down, they don't really know what there's a lack of decision, a lack of clarity for Divine Masculine. Let's see what Divine Feminine can say. Yeah. Happiness, success, joy. The Sun card is I feel in the future Divine Feminine leads the way to the happiness, to the success, to the joy and the connection. I say that because I feel Divine Feminine needs the extra help. I mean, Divine Masculine needs the extra help. Divine Feminine sees their way clear. Divine Masculine's willing to lay the burden down, doesn't know what to do. Kind of trapped in a prison of their own making. Divine Feminine steps in here. Could be a Leo, doesn't have to be. Definitely very helpful energy. And I get the impression Divine Feminine says, okay, we're over the worst of it. We're over the hump. Here, let me show you. Let me show you. Let me help you and show you the path to this happiness. It's just waiting right across the river here. So I do feel Divine Feminine takes a lead in the connection once Divine Feminine gets their point across of, yeah, I'm deciding which way to go right now. And I'm laying this down one way or another. So I kind of feel that this is a very dicey time. I feel choices are being made. And the choices that are being made are very powerful in terms of the outcome down the road. That's what I see. Okay, Cancer, thank you for joining me. If this is your storyline, you want to learn a little more, the link to the extended's below. Otherwise, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in a future video. Bye.